Hello everyone, it's been a while since you've seen me. Dr. Caroline Carpenter here, and I've got a haircut. Excuse the chainsaw that you hear in the background. I'm just outside chilling with my dogs, but I don't think we talk enough about the power of community. I wanted to talk about that a little bit today because last week it was this week, Thursday, I had the first meeting, the first gathering of the Amygdala Reset 6-Week Accelerator. And if you're like, what the heck is that? I did an event over Amygdala Hijack and what that looks like, especially in the entrepreneur space. But in life in general, if you're human, you're going on a hero's journey over and over and over again. And the painful pieces happen when we get stuck and cannot move forward in that journey. And there's a lot of reasons for this, but typically the amygdala will hijack and keep us stuck. And if you're like, okay, what's the amygdala? It is a little bitty organ that's never going away, completely anchored to the unconscious mind. And if you're like, okay, what is that? Think of it like this. Conscious you is from the neck up, the wide awake version, the one who can see things, taste, touch, hear, all the senses, make decisions. And the unconscious mind is from the neck down. And this is the largest part of you that makes decisions for you on a daily basis, 90% of the time. So this is where all of your programming is stored that happened from 0 to 7 years old. And this is where our beliefs lie. This is where our strategies lie. There's a strategy for everything. Strategy for getting a drink. Strategy for how to feel love. When to wake up. When to go to the bathroom. Literally anything you can think of, we have an unconscious strategy. So that 90% is stored in our bodies, and our amygdala is hooked directly to that 90%. And when our body feels a threat, aka change, it sets the alarm bells off. And this is where most people are like, I know I need to do that thing, but it's just not right. Something's not right. It's all bad. That's your SOS system. That's your amygdala hijack happening. And this is where most people get stuck. I lived there for like 20 years. This is where most get stuck and don't understand how to navigate past it safely. So, all that to say, that is exactly what I help entrepreneur women with, or women on their growth journey, learn how to navigate and even reprogram. So, the Amygdala 6-Week Accelerator was Thursday. It was our first gathering. And first of all, connection is required for safety. And these women showed up and they were vulnerable. They had an open heart space. It was like portals were opened and the stars were singing. Like connection is a beautiful piece of healing. So I say all that to say, are you plugged in to a community that's supportive and nurturing and going in the same direction you are? Are you surrounded by people ahead of you and where you're at? Because if not, like if there's nobody around you that's already been there and done that, or that's a little bit ahead of you, there's really not a role model around. But like, are you in a group where there's all walks of life, there's open connection, there's safety, there's vulnerability, and there's love and support? If you're not, I would highly suggest find one. If you're curious, ask me about the Amygdala Reset Accelerator. It is a beautiful group. So have a wonderful day. If you have any questions about the unconscious mind, I'm going to be posting a lot more videos about this. I'll be on a few podcasts here in the future around relationships and business. They are like this, y'all. Like, I don't know if you've experienced this, but if you're an entrepreneur or in business or in small business and you're in a partnership romantically, I would ask, have you experienced that thing where a problem shows up in business and then that gets fixed, and then it shows up in the relationship and then that gets fixed, and then it shows up in business again? Pretty common. We usually don't have business problems. We usually have relational problems that show up in business. And those relational problems are also rooted in the 0 to 7 years of initial programming. And that's what I help women change for the better permanently. So love you all. Let me know if you have any questions, and happy day.